銀河鉄道39エターヌル
Okay, let's continue with Chapter 6 of Volume 2 of Galaxy Express 39 Eternal. This is our second session of what will likely be 3. We're not going to finish it with this session. Chapter 6 here was Niju Wakusei Girochine Part 1. So, double planet guillotine. And it started with some Metanoid special forces sneaking on board and basically blowing up a segment of the train. And we were learning a bit more about Metanoid physiology, including about their hearts and helium-3 and some explosions. So watch the previous VOD or chapter session if you want to see what that is, or we're going to continue here. So they had just finished talking about the hearts exploding and all that sort of thing. 近くに同じメタノイドがいれば、その集団全の心臓に連鎖反応が続発して。Okay, so nearby, same metanoids, if existing, that group all members, the hearts, to the hearts, a chain reaction coming about or occurring. So basically saying, if there's a bunch of metanoids nearby, then all the hearts of all those group members will have an occurrence of a chain reaction. So if one blows up, apparently they're all blowing up. Okay. Is that fudan? Like normal? Fudan wa? Yeah, fudan. Like, as for normal or as for ordinary or habitual, seimei nani tai ni hitsuyou na shinzo ga kaku batsudan no you na dai bakuhatsu ni naru. Oh boy. Okay, so we want seimei, as in this seimei. There it is. That's what we want. Seimei. No. We want ito. There we go. Life support. Seimei iji. Yeah, seimei iji, which is just life support. The soul chi is just the equipment, which is not what's here. Okay, so as for habitual or normal, towards life support, necessary heart. Okay, I guess like the heart is necessary for life support under normal conditions. Did we already see kokubaku? Or is it kaku? Oh, kakubatsu dan, a nuclear weapon. In the manner of a nuclear weapon. Kakubatsu dan no you na dai bakuhatsu ni naru. So it becomes a big explosion similar to a nuclear weapon. So that kaku here is nucleus core. So in the manner of a nuclear weapon, becomes a big explosion. Yeah, so like normally a heart is necessary for like life support, but it becomes a big explosion similar to a nuclear weapon. Okay. Not shojiki. seikaku? Seikaku. Seikaku ni iu to, if say it correctly, to say it more accurately, or to put it more correctly, bakuhatsu gensho de, through a explosion phenomenon or explosion occurrence, kakubatsu hatsu janai en da ne, demo. Okay, so if saying it more correctly, or if it's saying correctly, through an explosion phenomenon, it's not a nuclear explosion. But Helium 3 にはプロトニウムのように発射能はない。発射体はない? No, it's not 発射。放す。放射? no. Radioactivity, which I think we already saw. No, we didn't. Okay, so she's saying like it's technically not a nuclear explosion. As for helium-3, as for radioactivity, not existing in the manner of plutonium. Okay, yeah. So she's saying, again, to speak more accurately, it's not a nuclear explosion because helium-3 isn't radioactive like plutonium. Chikyū no jinrui ni totte mo 21世紀以来の夢のエネルギー源だった。Even for humanity of Earth, since the 21st century dreamed energy source it was. I guess she's still talking about for helium-3. Helium-3, it was a since the 21st century dreamed energy source for the humans of Earth, or for humanity of Earth. Okay. Yeah, so the source of energy of dreams of the 21st century and following, blah, blah, blah. This looks like the moon. 21世紀の初め、月でこれを手に入れた人類は Okay. So as for humanity, who obtained this thing, meaning helium-3, on the moon at the beginning of the 21st century, okay, 永遠にエネルギー問題からは解放されたわ. Eternally, as for from the problem of energy, release was done. So again, to put that all together, basically, humanity discovered helium-3 on the moon at the beginning of the 21st century and was forever released from the problems of energy. Which I feel like we already had heard in the previous section with what Tetsuro said, but I guess now we're getting the formal history lesson here from Meiteru, I guess. Kinzoku saibo de nani rareteru kinzoku semeitai. Okay, is that is it katachi tsukurareteiru, or is it katachi tsukuru? It is, okay. To form. So through or with metal cells, meaning biological cells of metal, metal life forms being molded. Oh. Wait. Okay, so this is either the potential or the passive. And they're the same in Japanese, which is why this is hard to figure out. This is life forms. This is either like able to make life forms or able to make metal life forms using metal cells. Again, metal biological cells. Or it's a generic, like, they were molded. Again, metallic life forms being molded, being formed, shaped using metal biological cells. But the topic here is humanity. As for humanity, they did all this, were freed from the energy. So it's possible this is, and humanity was able to make these life forms. Okay. But maybe she's going somewhere else with this. Okay, so let's see. Oh. Nani ni? What is that? We've got this and tani. Zoku ni. Commonly. Zoku ni. Zoku ni metanoido to nanotteru. So commonly in slang. Come on, Don, move. Commonly in slang, being calling metanoid. And so again, now we get the kinzoku seimeitai, the metallic life form bodies being used again here, but now with metanoido. Commonly in slang, carrying the name metanoid. Oh, this is fragment. What is it? Come on. Happa? Happa? Hey, sit wrong. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. No, that's a leaf. Hahen. Hahen. Yes, hahen. Fragment, splinter. Hahen ni natte mo ikite irareru seimeitai. So even if becoming fragments, able to be alive, living creatures or living body. Okay, so she's further defining like a quality of the metanoids, saying that they're living bodies, living structures, forms that are able to be alive even if they become fragments. Okay. 自分の意志で心臓自爆を起こすことのできる恐ろくべき高等生命体. Doing good, just getting off work. Hey, nice. Congratulations. Enjoy the evening. 自分の意志で恐るべき.恐るべき is like, yeah, dreadful, terrible, horrible. So, through one's own will or volition, heart, self-exploding, causing event, occurrence, horrific, high-level living bodies. I keep saying living bodies, but seimeitai is a life form. Let's just go with that, because that's what that living body. Anyway, so, yeah. Living bodies, horrific, dreadful, terrifying living bodies that are able to do the event of a causing the heart to self-explode through one's own will. Okay, so again, she's just further describing the metanoids. Aru imi de wa shinzen no katamari. Aru imi, with a certain meaning, with a certain meaning, it's like a hard, stiff belief or conviction. Shinzen. Oh wait, is it not shinzen? Oh, shinen. I always do that. But it's belief, faith, or conviction. Yeah, so high level life forms that can do this, and a certain meaning, certain significance, as for with certain meaning or certain significance, a stiff or hardened conviction, ... Demo ne, but you know, oh, we saw this earlier. What does this mean? Is it naga? Okay. Let's just get right to the deal here. Cool. Yeah, chōshō, a strong point, and then we'll have tansho as the weak point. Yeah. Okay. So, でもね、長所もあれば、短所も弱点もあるわ。So, but you know, even strong points, if they exist, deficits and even weak points exist. So even though they have strong points, they have weak points and deficits. 彼らにも弱点はあるんだ. Also to them, as for weak points, they exist. And she's explaining. We already heard at least one of them, right? 弱点を持たない生命体なんてこの宇宙にはいない. Weak points not holding life forms or whatever, as for in this universe, doesn't exist. So as for in this universe, there is no such thing as a life form without a weak point. だから、長い年月? Or is it, I think it's nengetsu. Months and years. Yeah. 長い年月をかけて文明を this is to construct. Chiku. Kizuku. Oh, you don't see that much. To build, to pile up. Bunmei o Kizuki. 科学を発展させ、弱点を未来に立ち向かう. Okay, so therefore, long months and years passing, building culture, develop science, Hatten? Yeah, doing the development, advancement, unfurling of science, and like capturing weaknesses. Tatsu. No. Oh, this is like protecting weaknesses. What is this word? Oh, I missed a tick. It's one with this on it. Ogino, to compensate for, to supplement for. Yeah, okay. So, jakuten o oginai mirai ni tachimukao. So therefore, that's why standing and facing towards the future, protecting weak points, compensating for weak points, supplementing weak points, making growth of science, constructing culture, and I guess passing many long months and years doing all those things. Ore tachi ningen to onaji nanda. We humans with the same it is. So the same as with us humans, we humans. So, indeed. Oh, I guess that's Tetsuro saying this. Ore tachi ningen to onaji nanda. So it's the same as we humans, right? So, indeed, it is that way. Dattara naze tatakaon daro. If that's the case, or if that's what it is, why fighting, I wonder? So if that's what it is, then why are we fighting? Or why fighting? Hey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome. Tatakai to meizuru mono. No. We're running into this again. Meizuru. Meizuru mono ga shihaisha toshite shikan shiteru kara yo. Is that shikan? This is like to oversee. What is kimi? It's she, right? Oh, kun. Kun kan? No. Kun. Rin. That's a rin. I knew that. Kun rin. Okay. Tatakae to meizuru mono ga shihaisha toshite kunrin shiteru kara yo. Okay, so if tatakae to. Oh, okay. The person doing controlling and saying fight as a person that's controlling, or I guess the person who is doing the orders and saying fight, or giving the orders of fight, as the controller or manipulator, is doing reigning, dictating, or controlling, and that's why. So basically, the one who's controlling is the one who's giving the order to fight, and that's the one who's controlling, reigning, dictating. Okay. Dare? Nante yatsu? Who? What sort of a person? Or what sort of a guy? Now, previously she referred to this person as like Shihaisha, the controller. Maybe Yami no Shihaisha, I forget what the really early stuff was. But there was this idea of like controller of darkness. She has hinted that there's a name, and she hasn't wanted to say it. And I think we're going to get something similar here. Mada wakaranai. Still do not know. Oh, wait. Mada wakaranai. Demo sugu ni arawareru wa. Still not understanding, but soon, momentarily, will make an appearance. Okay, so this actually, I could have sworn she suggested that she knew the name. Anyway, naze nara, if it's why, meaning like if you ask why, 39が彼らの支配する闇の領域を走るとき The 39, they're doing controlled darkness domain running through time. So the 39, the time that it's running through the domain of darkness that they control. 必ず私たちの前に39の前に現れるわ。Without fail, before us, before the 39 will appear. Okay, so again, to pull this all together, she's saying, don't know who it is, but will appear soon. Why? Like, how do I know that? The time that the 39 is traveling, running through the domain of darkness that they control, without fail, before us, before the 39 will appear. Okay. 現れざるを得ない. Okay, hold on. Let me darken this, the glare. This is a sort of a double negative. Enai means it's like not possible. And this is the negative of appearing. So basically it's like it's not possible to not appear, suggesting in Japanese fashion that it must appear. Enai. Yeah, okay. 現れざるを得ない. Actually, is zaru o enai like a... I think it is. Zaru o... Yeah. So you will see this. It's an expression, zaru o enai, which is cannot help but do, to have no choice, to be compelled. But again, it's got a the double negative meaning. Can't not do it. 私たちをThis is terminus. Come on, we read it a billion times in the previous series. 終着駅まで行かせてはならない. We, until the terminus station, until the terminus, as for allowing to go, will not become. So this is again saying whoever this is can't allow us to go to the final stop, the final station, the terminus. Shuchaku eki, again, terminal station. Okay, again, let me just pause to say here, this is an interesting sort of difference between the previous series where it was almost inevitable the train would get to the terminus, where Tetsuro would get his machine body and all that would happen. Now we got a little bit of a different thing here where the ability of the train to actually get there is actually part of the challenge. A little bit different. 私たち有機生命体を絶滅させるのがメタノイドの何かな使命だと信じている. Okay, so we organic life forms making the destruction, making the annihilation of we organic life forms, the metanoids something orders believing. So I am not sure. Is that Yama on top within? Yeah, it is. Okay. So we've got Yama on top here, and then this, and then Shimesu. Okay, there it is. Suko, lofty, sublime, noble. And I haven't seen this kanji much before. Hagameru, su. Adore, respect, revere, worship. Okay, interesting. This is shimesu to denote. This one with a little lid on it is then the kanji we see with religion, and then you put a mountain on top of that, and I guess that's what you're adoring, revering, worshiping. Okay. Anyway, the metanoid's lofty orders or actions, shime, errand, believing. Now, there is no noun here necessarily. This is believing this, that the metanoid's lofty errand is making the destruction of we organic life forms. She's not specifying who is believing, but given the topic, which has been at this point, I'm not sure what the topic is still. Technically, this is not the topic, but anyway, she's presumably meaning either the controller or the metanoids. Okay. Whew. Bunch of tall panels. Let me lighten this back up. Metanoido ni hikari wa iranai. To the metanoids, as for light, not necessary. So metanoids don't need light. Watashi tachi wa hikari o hitsuyo to shiteru semeitai. As for us, this is like we are the life forms that are doing necessity of light. So we are the ones that require light. There's our manga progress. それで okay, no, this is Tetsuro now. それで Chin. Is that the Chinmoku? Yeah, Chinmoku. それで Chinmoku no shizen no metanoido wa nozomu no ka? Okay, それで, and what's more, silence of nature, as for the metanoids, desiring, wishing? Yeah, this is a little bit disjuncted, but you can do this in Japanese, right? With this is the direct object. This is metanoido wa shinmoku no shizen no nozomu no ka. So as for the metanoids, they are desiring, again, the silence of nature. Right? 少し難しい話だけど it's a little bit of a difficult story, but interesting coloring here. 光と闇の世界の戦いだと考えれば、図題が簡単になるわ。I want Zushiki. Oh, okay. This is on purpose, right? So it's a little bit of a hard story, but a little hard to describe. But if think as a battle of a world of worlds of light and darkness, or light and darkness, the diagram becomes simple. So that's why we get this drawn this way, right? Light and darkness. So basically, again, it might be a little bit hard to describe. It's a difficult story. But if you think about the battle as worlds of light and darkness, again, the diagram, the graph, the picture becomes simple. All right, I'm going to have to darken this again. There we go. Hikari to yami no sekai no tatakai. A battle of worlds of darkness and light. 39の一区終着駅は、光の世界の中心. As for the terminal station that the 39 is going to, or the 39's going to terminal station, as for that, it's the center of the world of light. Okay, so remember a couple chapters ago, there was this whole thing about these two things. So there's that one. アルチメートの星団の中のエターナル。そこが39の終着駅. Okay, so she says ultimate and eternal. So this is eternity, and this is like the infinite. But she says archimeto, which is ultimate. Okay. Eternal inside a group of stars of ultimate. That place is the 39's terminal station. Eternal inside a group of stars of ultimate. So I guess that's ultimate, and in there is eternal, which is the terminal station. Okay, got all that? And again, ultimate, I said infinity, but this is without limit, which is technically not ultimate, but that's fine. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We still got 6 pages to go before we're halfway through, another third of the way through this chapter. It's very long. Thanks. Demo. Okay, now they're standing back at the exploded train. Remember, the metanoids blew up a couple of the carriages and they got detached. Demo 39はこんなに短くなっちゃった. However, as for the 39, this much shortened has become. So the 39 has gotten shorter because cars blew up. 大丈夫. Oh, that's Tetsuro saying this. でも39はこんなに近くなっちゃった. 大丈夫. Kanon san ga umaku yaru wa. So it's fine. Ms. Cannon will do it skillfully. She'll take care of it well. So there we go. Into the control room. Yobi sharyō ga sekkin shimasu. So the spare carriages, the spare train cars, doing approach. Okay, so they have yobi sharyō, spare cars. Setsuzoku no tame ni sokudo o otoshimasu. So lowering speed in order for coupling. Setsuzoku. Is it setsuzoku? Probably not. You typically don't do that with ze. Yeah, doing connection attachment. Okay, so there's spare cars coming. They're slowing down so that they can attach. Key, key, key. I guess it's like brakes and the powering down. Okay. Whoa. So these are the spare cars coming in, I guess. Kita came. It's like, here they come. Yeah. Kiri harashita no to sokkuri da. So, wow. With the ones that were cut and broke away, spitting image. So basically, they're the spitting image of the ones that we lost. Kiri hana. Yeah. Kiri hanasu, detached, decapitated, cut loose. So, spitting image to the ones that were cut off. Oh boy. So we get some image here as the cars approach and recouple. They're coming in. Setsuzoku connection. We get Shasho, the conductor. 39 wa nani doku na rasha de wa arimasen. Okay, what is doku? Kodoku. Lonely, isolated solitude. Okay, so as for the 3-9, as for being an isolated or lonely train does not exist. So it's not a isolated or lonely train. Jubun na shien nanibi to. Okay, I give up. Oh, it's not shien. No, it is shien. Oh, thank God. Shien. Support, backing, aid, assistance. And then, is that Yakubi? No, not Yaku. I'm thinking roll. It's a different one. That's Molkeru, right? Yeah. Setsu. Setsubi. Oh, preparations? Equipment. Setsubi. Okay. Shien Setsubi to. Tae. No. No, that's also the same. Sonaeru. Sonae. To furnish, to have at the ready. Okay. Jubun na shien setsubi to sonae o motta uchu saikou no resha. Okay, so sufficient or plenty of like backup equipment, furnishing, and having universe highest train. So like the best train in the universe that has I guess like furnishing. This is used as a noun, so I guess like has furnishings and sufficient backup equipment. Okay. それが銀河鉄道の誇りです. That is the pride of the Galaxy Railway. So desu yo. Hai, Tetsuro-san. That's right, indeed, Mr. Tetsuro. Okay. So there we go. The train is all back. Okay, we got 2 more pages to go to be 2/3 of the way through this chapter. So let's get to it. Oh, okay. Suddenly, there is this. What? I guess that's Tetsuro, like noticing this and freaking out. Mado ni tsuite ta metanoido no. It's not hahen, it's a different type of fragment, a piece. Setsuhen? No. Zetsu? Or Dan? Danhen? No. It is Dan. Dan pen. Fragment or crumb. So a different way to say hahen. Yo. Dan pen yo. So mado ni tsuite ta metanoido no dan pen yo. So it's a fragment, a crumb, a of a metanoid, I guess like stuck in the window? Model needs sweet data. Yeah, I mean, it's not stuck in the window now. That is model, right? Yeah, okay, stuck in the window. Or attached in the window. Presumably after the explosion. Watashi no te no... Oh, tenobira kara hanarete fukukan shita no ne. No, it's not fukukan. It is that. Oh, no, it's a different. It's not that fuku. Okay, no, I want something else. You know what? Let's use moto instead. That'll be easier to look up. Put moto in and then look for it in the reverse. It is fukugen, restoration. Okay, so fragment of metanoid attached in the window. Watashi no tenobira kara hanarete fukugen shita no ne. From the palm of my hand, released and like doing regeneration, you know? Okay. Zentai ga soro wa nai kara kanzen na moto no sugata ni modorenai no. Complete form or like full body because not collecting. Perfect original shape to that not able to return. So it's not able to return to its perfect original form because it can't collect all the pieces, all of its body. Kokoro wa? As for the kokoro, and again, the kokoro is like the mind, the heart, the spirit. Kore wa. This is just like flesh. Suji? Yeah, suji niku? Oops. Kinniku. Kinniku. Yeah, muscle sinu. Kore wa kinniku no ichibubun. Kokoro wa nai wa. So as for this thing, it's one piece of muscle or sinew. As for kokoro, heart, mind, spirit, does not exist. So it doesn't have that. The tsukumai ni nani masho meituru-san? Okay, what is this verb? We have the grass and death and something else. Grass, death, and that. Homuru. Homuru, to bury, to entomb, to consign to oblivion, to shelve. You can't see the to shelve, but that's pretty funny. Okay. Before arrival, let's bury, let's entomb Ms. Meituru. Oh, he's got a little box. I want to say like there's part of like kansha in here, right? No. Sei? Yes, sei. Good faith, sincerity. Sei o komete chouju ni ne shasho-san. Okay, so like placing sincerity and deeply chouju. Is it not chouju? Teicho. Completely not what I thought it was. Teicho ni politely. Okay. Omete. I guess. To put into emotion or effort. Yeah, I guess like respectfully, politely add sincerity. Like, in other words, you know, Mr. Conductor. So she's basically saying like, yes, let's bury it with sincerity and with politeness. Oh. あなた方の神々につ No, what is this? This is like to embrace. It's not daku. It is daku. Oh, but it is daku, but that's not the pronunciation here. It is kakaeru, which is to carry, hold, or carry under the arms, like carrying up. Okay. あなた方の神々に抱えられて平安な眠りにつかんごとを。Okay, つかんごと. Okay, I'm not sure about tsukan, but he says, your anatagata, which is like plural. Yeah, your plural gods, to your gods, being embraced, safe rest to that event. So the event of a peaceful rest, peaceful and safe rest, embraced in your gods, embraced by your gods. So kind of like a well wish there. ... メタノイドも僕たちをこうやって葬ってくれるんだろうか? Okay, so the Metroids also, we, doing this way, will do the favor of burying, I wonder. So I wonder if the Metanoids will also do the favor of burying us like this also. Hito ni yotte wa ne, as for according to the people. So it depends on the people, you know. Hito ni yotte ka, according to the people. Metanoido ni mo iroiro iruんだ. So also to the metanoids, various existing it is. So there's various types amongst the metanoids, which we've already seen them talk about. There's good and bad people among the metanoids as well. 下流の星では巻き添えを避けて航空で爆発したハンターも見た。So this is as for on the planet of the fire dragon. That was the previous chapter. The hunters also that exploded high up in the sky, that did makizoe, avoided like getting others involved. Makizoe is to get mixed up, get involved. And sakate is going to be to avoid. Yeah, to avoid. So I don't know why, like, the mita here. So also the hunters, like, we saw them, I guess. We saw also the hunters that exploded high up in the sky to avoid, again, getting others involved on the planet of the fire dragon. Kokoro wa ningen to onaji nano ka? As with the kokoro, the heart, mind, spirit, same as with humans? Question mark. So omou to kenka suru no iyada ne meiteru. If think that way, so if I think that way, that the kokoro is the same as with humans, doing quarreling, doing fighting is no good, isn't it, meiteru? Go kyoryoku kokoro yori kansha itashimasu. Arigatou gozaimashita. Okay, so I guess cooperation from the heart, gratitude due. So I give gratitude from the bottom of my heart, or from my heart, for cooperation. Thank you very much. O kakesama de buji ni nanimarimashita. Hai. So thanks to you, safely did this. Osamarimashita. Settled. So basically, concluded safely thanks to you. Indeed. Hi. Okay. That was where I thought we would pause. That appears to be the end of this section. So there is still another 12 pages in this chapter. We will finish this off and see. But this is only part one of this guillotine thing. But it will be the end of chapter 6. We will finish that off and see what happens next time.